Alright, in this video I'll show you how to change the blade on a compound miter saw. It's a Dewalt, and I'm changing it to a finer blade so that I can do some of these sheet goods. I had to get this new one because I have a smaller Dewalt saw, but it's a 10-inch and it is not a sliding version. Dewalt gives you this tool, and I don't like it. I end up using different tools. I'll show you why at the end, but really it's just pre-rounded. It's not a very good tool um, overall, and I don't really recommend using it if you can avoid it. I am going to put on that Diablo blade. I think it's a 100 toother, and I'm going to replace. I didn't know actually that a blade came with the DeWalt saw, so I bought the fine blade before even opening the box. But it does come with a very utility blade. First thing I'm going to do is remove this screw up top, and that's referred to as the guard bracket screw. And I'm going to have to remove that because it needs to lift up about an inch, and that allows you to actually get to the screw that's holding in the blade. And this is where I swap it. So right away I could feel that this Torx bit, and it's a T30, is going to start slipping because it's already rounded out at the head. So I went to my toolbox, I don't know, they're called Mastercraft Professional, and it's a pretty good set of ratchets, but the T30 in here is actually really sharp and not rounded. So it grips this screw really well, whereas that one that DeWalt actually gives you, I just felt it did not grip it and it was already rounding out the screw right away. So anyway, loosen it off until the blade guard starts sliding up. And like I said, it only goes up about an inch. You can take the screw all the way out, but you don't have to take the screw all the way out. So there you can see the guard lifted up about a half an inch, and I loosened the screw a little bit more and lifted up the rest of the way. With the guard up, there's a little button on the side right there, and it's called the spindle lock button. So you need to push in that button and then rotate the blade forward until the button goes in all the way. Once it goes in all the way, the blade will lock in place, and that prevents the blade from turning while you're trying to turn the bolt. The blade will stay in place as long as there's a little pressure on it. If you let go of the button there and then let off the blade, it will pop back out. So anyway, I find giving a few taps on the tool helps get that blade screw moving. Sorry, and one thing to note, it is a reverse thread, so it's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty when you're doing this. And with the screw out, the outer blade clamp should just come off. There's nothing really holding it in place. And then the blade should come out without too much difficulty. There's a little bit of friction in there, but it should come out fairly easily. To get the new blade on, obviously you just insert it back to where the old blade was. Keeping in mind, there is a rotational direction, so look on the blade, you can see there's an arrow indicating which way it's rotating. Obviously follow that or it's not going to cut very well. Now before putting the blade screw in, you put on that outer blade clamp. There's an inner blade clamp, but you don't need to remove it, obviously, to remove the blade. So outer blade clamp, and then you put the screw in. Again, it's reverse thread, so it is lefty-tighty. So you do, once again, need to depress that spindle lock button until the blade stops spinning. And there's no torque specification on this, it just says tight. So make sure that the blade's tight. Obviously, you do not want the blade to fly off. Once the blade's on, just push the blade guard back in place and tighten up that blade guard screw. A little hard to see the difference, but the one that they give you, like I said, it's rounded off right on the edges. All the Torx bit ends are not very sharp, whereas the one that I've got with my socket set has very sharp ends. Ultimately, I'm not sure why DeWalt's tool is like that, but like I said, I had no confidence in that tool for anything. I'm going to reuse this Diablo blade holder, and obviously the Diablo blade will go back in there when I'm no longer cutting nice wood and I'm back to cutting 2x4s for framing. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.